If you're new to music licensing and you would like to get started, download my free guide, link in the description. Now, the biggest regret in music licensing is not starting sooner, right? And what do I mean by that? I got started in 2014. The year of 2013, I spent pretty much the whole year researching, consuming content, checking out forums, checking out what others were doing. I was comparing myself. You have no idea how much I compare my music to others before I even uploaded my very first track, right? So it was a whole year pretty much of me doing research. And I realized that in 2013, when I was already thinking about getting started, I was contemplating to get started, yet I'm not getting started. At this point, I realized that Audio Jungle and Pond5 and other libraries have already been around for a few years, right? If I'm correct, I think Audio Jungle started in 2006 or 7. The same goes with for Pond5. Now, I made a list of all the libraries that I wanted to join, and yet I'm not joining them. I'm still second guessing myself. I'm still having doubts about my music, and here I am, overqualified to do this. I know how to read music. I study music. I went to study sound engineering. I work in recording studios. I'm probably like you, right? Overqualified to do just music for stock. So I felt really entitled to this, and I felt like, well, how wrong can I go? But I didn't start it, and I thought to myself, you know, I even took a course actually when I was living in England before my first daughter was born. That was back in 2009, and it was a course about music licensing. And it's the first time I heard the term corporate music. That's back in 2009. Back in 2009, I am working in a guitar shop in London. I just got married. I have a kid on the way. I'm studying an online course. That's back when online courses were not a thing. I paid around 500 to 600 British pounds for this course, which was on DVD, and it had a massive booklet, and I learned a lot. You know, I will send the music for reviews via emails, but that was the old-fashioned. That's way before online courses were popular and were a thing, right? But that's back in 2009, and I was thinking to myself, I already knew about music. I already knew how to compose music. I had the gear. I'm a musician. I'm probably like you right now. You have a lot of experience in music. You have some type of background. And even if you don't have a background, you have access to amazing softwares right now to make music. The resources now to make music, they're definitely much better than they were back in the mid 2000s and even in 2009. Computers now are so powerful, man. It's this, you know, you gotta be joking if you don't know how to make music nowadays with any laptop, right? So in 2009, I could have started. I could have uploaded my tracks to Audio Jungle in 2009, no problem. I was already qualified to do that. I was just not aware of it. I didn't know that I can just be that easy, compose music, upload it to a library somewhere, right? I thought it was more complicated. I thought that I had to reach out to some secret A&R guy in some library and pray that they can listen to my music. I didn't know about Pond5 back in 2009. I didn't know about this. And back then it was easier. Yes, it was easier to get started because, and I hate to use this word because I don't believe in competition, not even in stock music, but yeah, there was a lot less people doing it. So it was very easy to just upload a music track and become the best seller on Audio Jungle. I have heard from fellow composers that was the case. You will just sell a couple of times and you will be as a top seller in Audio Jungle. Nowadays, we know that this is harder, and this is harder in any industry. Whether you're going to be doing music for licensing or you're going to be doing YouTube videos, you know, a lot of people are uploading content online, and music licensing is no exception here. So I do regret not starting earlier because I did have the qualifications. And I know that you don't need qualifications in order to start music licensing, but this was my internal conflict that I'm not starting, right? And I knew about music licensing back then. I understood the concept. And here I am taking this online course, and I'm not really pulling the trigger. I'm not. So this is something that I really regret. I regret not starting earlier. It took me many years after I actually started to take the decision to just compose music, create an account and upload it and see what happens. That's how we all start. That's how I got started. So if I could rewind time to 2009 or even earlier, right when Audio Jungle was out, and even Pond 5, when they were, you know, starting to do the whole stock music, because I believe stock music joined these marketplaces at a later date. I think they started first with photo and stock video. I could be wrong, but usually music is the last thing to join, or the last thing that they really care about in this type of marketplaces, right? So I don't know why, but now music is a big part of these marketplaces, Audio Jungle and Pond 5 as well. But my biggest regret is that not started earlier, because not only I will have gained more experience, right, but I could have even documented that journey here. I mean, imagine how cool will it be, a video from 2009 of me in London before I even arrived here in Greece, and experienced everything that I experienced in my journey. And you know, the reason why I got started in music licensing is because I moved from the UK to Greece and found myself here in a foreign country unemployed, right? So you never know, but it's my regret that if I could have started back then, even when I was working in a guitar shop, I could have easily done that. It was perfect, actually. Working in a guitar shop, and then in my spare time, make music for stock libraries. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So that's my biggest regret, that I could have started so much earlier. I could have ride that wave in the beginning, and I didn't. And even in 2013, when I was contemplating this idea many years later, and I was in a very negative space mentally, because I'm in a foreign country and unemployed, stay-at-home dad. That's how I got started in music licensing, because I was like left with kind of like no options. I'm like, I'm a stay-at-home dad, I have skills about music somehow, and I need to put it to good use, so I better compose music. That's what I want to do. It's where I get my joy of making music, and that's the reason why I started doing stock music. But this was many years later, and even when I got started back in 2013 to 2014, early 2014, when I open my account, I don't upload a track. I don't. I open an account on Audio Jungle. That's how I got started. I don't know why I chose Audio Jungle as my first library, because I had many libraries. Pond 5 was another one there in that list, but I don't know why I joined just Audio Jungle in the beginning and I became an exclusive author. But I open my account and I don't upload a music track for a whole month. Come on, man. You know, that shows you of the insecurities that I had. And these are insecurities that I see when I'm coaching people on how to get started with music licensing, because I did have it. I just don't believe in myself. I don't believe in the music. I think that it's not going to be possible for me this to happen, right? Like just upload music just like that easy. It has to be difficult, you know? And after a whole month that I opened my account, I waited a whole month, and then I composed like 5 tracks. I still remember this like it was yesterday. And then I picked one and I uploaded, and it got accepted. That was the beginning of my journey. And then nothing happened, right? I uploaded a second track. I'm not making sales. I'm just uploading music. I uploaded the second track, the third track, the fourth track, and then I got my first rejection, and that changed everything for me. That's where the downward spiral of negativity started to happen for me. And then I'm not getting sales for a whole year. And in the meantime, I'm just getting rejection. And I need money. I needed to earn money, whatever that was, with music licensing. And I had all my eggs in that basket of music licensing, to the point that I forgot about the money, even though I wanted to earn money with that. But it was like a spiritual journey. I said, I'm a grown-up man. I'm a father now, stay-at-home dad. My wife is the main breadwinner here in the house. I have committed to this thing of music licensing. I see other people doing it. I'm trying to see the positive on it. Like I see other people selling, right? I'm sure I can make it happen. And I'm sticking to it. But then that's where I felt I was in a bad space mentally in the journey of my life, at a bad season, and I didn't have that support, right? The support from, how can I say this? Not from my loved ones, but the support that I needed from myself, right? Because I was in a bad space. So I wasn't being kind and loving to myself. Like, hey, Daniel, you can do it. And that's why I got into personal development. That's why I got into listening to audiobooks and podcasts and stuff outside of the music licensing. So, you know, it's just one of those things. And forgive me if this sounds a little bit of rambling and I'm just going on different tangents here with this video, but it's stuff that I really want to share here with you and want to do something a little bit more personal. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for all the love and support. It means the world to me. I'll see you in another video, and as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.